Hello and welcome to UNLV's International Gaming Institute's Tuesday Trivia. I'm Michael Green of the UNLV History Department, and I'm the trivia guy. This question was, who had to give up his gaming license after hosting a member of the Black Book at his casino? And the correct answer was Frank Sinatra. At the time this happened in 1963, of course, Sinatra was the leader of the Rat Pack, the chairman of the board, one of the truly great entertainers in the world, obviously, and synonymous with Las Vegas. But in 1960, under Grant Sawyer's governorship, gaming regulators had created the Nevada Black Book, which was designed to keep people who they considered totally unworthy or undesirable from coming into a casino. The first 11 members were Italian mobsters. One of them was Sam Giancana from Chicago. Now, the rumor was that Giancana actually was the secret owner, or part owner, of a couple of properties. And the other rumor was that the front man who held the licenses for him was Sinatra. Again, rumors. But whatever did happen, we know this. Sinatra was the licensed owner of the Cal Neva Lodge at Lake Tahoe. He also happened to be a part owner of the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas, where he regularly performed with Dean and Sammy and Joey and Peter. And in 1963, Giancana visited the Cal Neva. There were even photos taken of Sinatra with Giancana. Well, Giancana was in the Black Book, and when this became known, state gaming regulators were just a little upset. Now, the head of the Gaming Control Board at the time was Ed Olson, who was a former newspaper reporter, and at the time, he wrote a memo to Governor Sawyer about it, and Olson said that in those days, when he did the memo, he wouldn't even let his secretary see it, and he noted the language that would appear in it. It turned out that there was going to be a news story about Sinatra, and in turn, Olson talked with Sinatra's representative, who said Sinatra wanted to talk with Olson, and, well, could he call him? Olson said yes. Sinatra called and was a bit upset, and the conversation became abusive. And in fact, Sinatra, according to Olson, may have threatened him. Sinatra's comment was, "Don't with me, Ed, or you'll get a big, fat surprise." Olson said, "Are you threatening me?" Sinatra said, "No, just don't with me. I'm doing my own bleeps for the occasion." Anyhow, in the end, Sinatra had to give up the license. Now, Sinatra had been friendly with John Kennedy. He had been in charge of the entertainment for Kennedy's inauguration in 1961. Kennedy had been to the Sands to see the Rat Pack in 1960 and to pick up some cash for his campaign. Kennedy came to Las Vegas in September 1963, not long after this happened, part of a re-election campaign that sadly was not to be. Governor Sawyer, among other dignitaries, met him at the airport, and when they met, got in the car, Kennedy said something like, "What are you doing to my friend Frank Sinatra?" And Sawyer responded, "Mr. President, you worry about the country and I'll worry about Frank Sinatra." Nearly 2 decades later, Sinatra got a license as a consultant for Caesar's Palace. So, in the end, Old Blue Eyes really was back.